My Lord is I lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. My Lord is I lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. My Lord is I lost my love. Lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. My Lord is I lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove.
Welcome to another episode of the LANCESCURV show. We have today Mr. Political, and the title of the show is Child Support and the Black Man in America, a Perpetual Noose? Yes, a perpetual noose. We know that there are many good men out here who take care of their children, who are with the mother of their children. We know that there are good men out here who take care of their children, who may not be with the mother of their children. We know that there are some men out here who don't care to take care of their children, but they still pay money but don't spend time with them. What I'm meaning to say by all of this is that there's a full range of situations out here, and there is not a one-size-fits-all. We're speaking about today with Mr. Political how the system, the child support system, can be used against the black man. And some will say, well, it's every man, and we understand that, but they really go in on us as a financial noose, as a mental noose, as a way of keeping us from living a full life with our finances and being fair. Lots of times it's just too much that they will say you have to pay according to what you make. And this is just another way to financially castrate us. So I'm going to ask a few questions of you, my brother, Mr. Political. First of all, let me just welcome you on in. This may not be an extra long show, but this will be part of a series, as well as the other things that we spoke earlier that we plan to do, which are absolutely phenomenal. How are you doing today, Mr. Political?
I'm fed a million, still picking cotton, and got daylight to burn. I like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day that you greet us with this seeking of knowledge. As I speak to you today of the great travesty of the great state of Florida, the diaper cotton field, it is alive and well within the private industries of the state of Florida since 1981. When it was privatized in the state of Florida and made it possible for wholesale stealing by a historical man by the name of Mr. Hernando and Castro, the law firm, which runs Central Florida's child support. He failed to tell the good people of the state of Florida his relationship with the general masters. He failed to tell the great people of the state of Florida his relationship and mismanagement of the siphon which is being given by our government, that our accounts within our rearage and our future payments of child support are not accurately counted, that there is a lot of fudging because private industry, that's what they do. Okay? They will be in your pocket and kiss you at the same time. Oh. Only thing is, you need to be concerned about the cooties. Now,
haven't heard that word in a long time.
Well, you know, we try to be politically correct, and as America evolved, those words which we've seen as juvenile words become premier in our vernacular of speaking. Now, I could call it others, but then, you know, we'll have problems with, you know, Facebook and all like that. So I'm just going to say cooties. All right. And this cooties which they give us so graciously, we as individuals need to start looking at how we evaluate our lives, how we evaluate what is going on in child support. As we know that there is no accountability, that the mothers are not held their feet to the fire, we must start mobilizing. In the next 3 to 4 weeks, there will be episodes of shows on three kings, who have issues with their child support. Hold one moment, Lance. I know I got to stop a second.
Yeah, no problem, brother. No problem.
All right.
But yeah, that's pretty much what it is now. I mean, there's no way out. Oh, we lost the line. Let me see if I can call him right back. This is going to be a short one anyway, but I want to start not just raising the awareness, because the awareness is out there because so many of us are feeling it in our backside, but raising the awareness and having a sense of hope, not to get away from taking care of responsibilities, but to make it, give us a fair shake. And there are lots of things that they're not going to tell you. There are lots of things they're not going to tell you that, hey, you know, you can do this or do that and still take care of your children and still live a life.
I'm so sorry, Lance.
No problem, brother. You're on.
They come left and right. I'm going to have to shut my door. They see that door open, they come like the wind. Okay, if you can cut and slice from the entry, I'll start then.
No. We're live again. This is live. People are listening to you now, so they understand that things happen and you're on the phone. So just continue on. You're back on. Okay, now in doing so, we will be showing in the next 3 weeks 3 Kings. That's what we're going to title it, 3 Kings. And these will be 3 individual brothers who are going through the trials and tribulation of the Uniform Custody Act, which governs us under the federal statute. The individual municipalities, states, and counties play and make up as they go along. In the state of Florida, it is clearly stated that all children will be maintained by the substance of their own parents. But in actuality, in the diaper cotton field, it is maintained by the state, and the mothers are classified as mammies. These mammies are not of the same quality as Suge Brown, because at least Suge Brown had sense enough to know she can't birth no babies. Others feel it is their natural right to behoove and multiply. But that leaves the child in a nasty predicament. That leaves the child under the rules of DCF. That's who govern our lives here in the state of Florida. The mother is absolute. The mother is without question. The mother will pay the price if she pee Mr. Tolly off, not the father of the child. She is more concerned about the pleasure of Mr. Charlie than the pleasure that she sought in the bump in the dark. These days, these times which we live in, will surely show us the caliber of our endurance. We will put this on. You will visually be able to see the trials and tribulations that young men are going through today. And these young men have the children. All of their economic resources are going toward women who have clearly chosen to abandon their children. If you leave your child with your mama and you go out in the world, you abandon your child. If you leave your child with the father of your child and you don't give and provide substance as you require a man to do, you have abandoned your child. You're not fit to be in a room left alone with a lighter. Now, some say, well, that brother has an issue with women. It's not an issue with women. It's an issue of equality, the same equality that you have been seeking since 1973 during the ERA movement. The chickens have come home to roost. You are being judged, and we will show you in video the things that you do. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. And you know how you hate the game? You don't play. You can't lose if you don't play.
You can only win if you don't play. So in that, this is just a prelim of the future, which is coming on the Mr. LANCESCURV show, which I love him so deeply.
Love you too,
and
brother.
Yes, and the city of Cocoa appreciate him putting us a spotlight and allowing me to view my opinion. And as I've always said, these are my opinions as a community advocate of 23 years, as an individual who did child support for almost 30 years.
Speak on that.
Not a lot.
Speak on that. Speak on your advocacy and activism and all of that. And regardless as to the state, different states, we know different states have slightly different things going on when you're dealing with a case, but overall, and how each state can be researched and how what you say in this state may be different, but it's still a truth that they don't tell us everything. They're not going to show you the way, not out, but to show you the way to, like I said earlier, to minimize this impact on you financially so you can live a normal life and have a healthy life. Because I know brothers who, they're homeless, and they're working, all right? They're sleeping on somebody's couch who might afford them some time, but after a while, that doesn't last. Or some dudes who've taken to the sleeping on the bench, or in tents because of this. Is that fair? And then yet,
no, it's not.
Talk to
it's
me
not.
about your
All
background.
it does is create an environment of separatism. That's what it does. In my 30 years of doing child support, and I started off without qualification, without school, without education. I can always remember the first day that I decided to tackle this ugly green demon they call nurturing child support. And it was a time where that it didn't matter if she was in the wrong. Only thing that mattered is that she would meet on the hook. In these 30 years, I've seen child support be used as like it was a mafioso hit team and sanctioned by the state of Florida, knowing that they have submitted in 81 that it be privatized. In my 30 years, I've seen individuals, departments of my state, which I love the state of Florida so greatly, use child support to separate the races for their personal belief by using their positions within the administration of these private companies to give out wholesale hell just because they don't like the cut of your jib and the shade of your color. In my 30 years, I've seen good people like our clerk of the court, Mr. Scott Ellis, work aggressively to address it with the Chief Justice of the 11th Circuit Court and the 18th Circuit Court to do something about the corruption that lies within the General Master's office. Any individual, and I may go to jail for this, but at this junction, I already racked up an account at the Brevard County Jail, so I might as well just take my shoes off and get comfortable. So I'm going to put it out there. If you, man or woman, really don't do women child support, but I do men. Any man in Central Florida, if you are given notice of proceedings against you, recuse, the word is recuse, the General Master for Brevard County Courts. Ms. Perez is one of the most corrupt General Masters that I have seen. Now, there have been other corrupt General Masters, but it takes the cake. Her corruption lies in ethnic belief, not in monetary gain. Her and Mr. Castro seem to have an issue of people's jib and the color of their skin. I'm sorry I'm a Baptist and you're a Catholic and you believe different than I. But this is America and we're allowed to express our religious beliefs. It does not allow you to express your religious beliefs and put it into action by using your position improperly. But this too you will see in what is coming up. So I want everyone to pay attention very carefully. Not to the things that are said, to the things that you see, because those are not your lying eyes. These 30 years have forced me to look at this realistically and share it with my brethren and get them to understand that we have been put back in slavery because of our morbid desire for the uterus. It is not a parking space. It do not rate Bentley or Cadillac. It all depends on which size you are. So please tune in. And we make light of this in some context, but you have to laugh to hold back the tears. You have to laugh to control the anger. You have to smile to maintain your senses. And in this situation, none of it makes any sense. But if you stay tuned to the 3-week show that we're getting ready to do, it will all make sense. It's a diaper cotton field in the state of Florida, and we are the crop. And our women are working in the field. And boy, I'm going to tell you, I know some sisters, they be working it out. They be working it out. So, holla at your boy, Lad. Holla at me, Mr. Political, from Central Florida, who loves the most out of Florida. There will be other shows. There will be other confrontations with Black politicians, since I'm so anal about a Black politician. Let's hear what they got to say. Or is they going to duck and run like the carpetbaggers that they have been claimed to be? And for all you Black folks out there, no, excuse me, I misspoke. All you Afro-Americans out there that does not understand the term carpetbagger, Google it. Learn your history. All right? Read your Bible. Wolves come in sheep's clothing.
There you go.
So a carpetbagger is just a play on that old proverb. So please turn in. And I appreciate, Lance, for the opportunity to share this with you, what I'm going to show you.
It's an honor.
No, it's more mine, because you give a great help to our society and our community, even though we're spread about like the crosswinds of life, like we saw the Tower of Babylon, and we went to speaking different tongues and seeing things in different ways, and we're split off into the nation. You're bringing us together. The tower is growing, and in that we may see the face of God, but we must do it from the context of common sense, from love of one another and our history. And our history don't start with Harriet Tubman and George Washington Carver. Don't lean on that. Okay, because there's been some catastrophic changes in our society which has set the stream of behavior today. And we must look at those things and what those things have done to make us who we are today. And it didn't just start with no Harriet Tubman. It didn't start with no, what's the boy name? Carver, Peanut Man, whatever. That's something them white folks was promoting. I didn't get that deep into it, even though I grow plants. I didn't get that deep into it because I could not see the significance of it. If you looked at his whole life, then you know it was not justification for promoting of racial harmony. It was just an individual who had a skill, who worked upon his skill and used what he got to get what he wants.
And they choose who we're exposed to.
They pick and choose for our heroes.
Yes.
Well, I'm getting ready, and me, Mr. Politico, getting ready to give you some brand new heroes, the ones they don't talk about, the ones who are still alive today or dead in the past, who made catastrophic changes in the state of Florida and Central Florida. And they were nothing but human beings Men and women with phallus and dirt in their closets, but they seen the necessary need for the elevation of their people. They seen the necessary need for equality of their children. They seen the necessary need for a fair and honest way of life. And even though they fell short by some human being standard, but who is man to judge anyone without judging himself? So you look at them as the great heroes that they are. Because George Washington had phallus, he couldn't even eat. Okay? We don't want to break it down on the moral sexual behaviors of a number of our presidents, from Kennedy to Jefferson to Andrew Jackson. So they are but human beings with phallus. They're just like you and I. It's just that they woke up one day and they decided that they wanted better for them and their people. And that's within all of us. It's within all of us. What you did in the past does not make a difference, only on paper to Mr. Charlie, not to me. Flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood. Wow. Always realize that. We can make a change. The small man, the man who works on the garbage truck for Western Waste can make a change. The man that works in our kitchen to help feed our elderly can make a change. The man who just sits on the corner every day and asks his brother for a nickel and dime can make a change. It is within all of us. It is your manifest destiny to provide for yourself and your family and your nation. That's why we are called men. So in this, I'm going to show you the trials and tribulations, the heartbreak, and the love that these young brothers have for their children. Something that is without imagination by society's standards and how they dictate how we view our children and how we love our children. From the ice cream man to the daycare, we love our children. We're going to show the trials and tribulations that these men have to deal with in going into child care association and dealing with child support and dealing with a number of non-for-profit agencies who are supposed to be non-discriminate based upon color and gender, but they do. And you will see the face of those who hate your children. If all their colors seem to assimilate together, they just all happen to look alike, that's not my fault. That's your fault. Because you gave these people these jobs. You can pick up the phone and get these ugly individuals out of way of our children achieving and having. Because they know why they there. And you know how you got there. So please tune in, grab hold. All you brothers are going through the trials and tribulations and fighting this court battle. You may see something, you may learn something. And in that, the door is always open.
I have one question for you, brother. I have one,
yes, sir.
Not necessarily question, but I want you, even before we do our series, just leave off with this. Could you speak to the brothers out here who are really feeling down and out? The good brothers out here who are jumping through the hoops, but it just seems like there's no end because of what's going on right now in the world, whether one believes it's true or not. That's not the point, but the fact that it's having an effect on our finances. And then now they have the courts over you. There are many who are on their last leg emotionally. We know that there's hope out there for them, but I just want you to give them a quick word and then we'll end it, to just encourage them and motivate them that you will be coming on to specifically tell them things that can help them and not to give up and to hold on.
In 1950, the Black American man was redefined. He still lived in the Gilded Age. His ideology and responsibility and loyalty to family was still intact, even though we had been splintered through the Civil War, Reconstruction, and other aspects of the war, World War II. approximately 3.5 years ago. And I say this to every young man, and I want them to reach out, and I want them to watch the end of Fences. Watch the end. And when you watch the end, you will see a confrontation between two black men, one of the past and one of the future. Neither one of them knew how bad it was going to be. This is what I'm saying to you. Those words which Denzel Washington shared with his son will strengthen you through these hard times. Those who feel that they have been slighted because of their children and bringing their children into life, do not be foolish. That was God's blessing to you. You may not see it now. The dusty road is hard. And it seems lonely. And it seems without hope. And it seems like every one of the female gender seems to hate you because you want to be responsible for the love of your life, flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood. Do not be dismayed. Do not be saddened. Do not forsake hope. My Lord said best, this too shall pass. You will wake up one day as I do, and you will see a beautiful child. She may not revere you as the saving grace because of the way society say you are, what you are, and how they portray you in sitcoms and comedy, in news, how they overlook your rights to human services compared to her rights. Keep your eyes on the prize. Take your TV and go to PBS and look up Eyes on the Prize and see what you are made of, that this too shall pass and you will be victorious. They cannot stop you. You're the strongest power on this earth. They fear you at the voting box. They fear you on the bottom, on the battlefield. They fear you. They even fear your sexual prowess to they women in their bedroom. They have nothing but fear and contempt for you. Turn that around. Use that as the weapon. Be the sharp end of the sword. And teach them the hardy resistance of the steel. Give them the bayonet. And in doing so, your whole life will be redeemed. So do not give up hope. Do not be saddened. Do not grab hold to the naysayers, because that's what they do. They want to see you fail. Their pleasure is in your failure. Do not give them that much pleasure. Bring them the sorrow which they brought you and yours. Show them that they cannot defeat you because you're the sharp end of the bayonet. Give them the bayonet. That's what you do. I love you much. Keep the faith. Keep your head up because I believe in you. May you be in Tennessee. May you be in New Orleans. May you be in Oakland. May you be in Chicago. Flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. So we're going to show you how to give them the bayonet. Love you much. Gotta get it.
Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
All right now.
Okay.
Love you. Talk to you soon, Lance.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. Take care. So long.
Bye-bye.
My Lord is till I lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. I my Lord is till I lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. My Lord is till I lost my love. lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I noticed I lost my love. They gonna move to the groove. I noticed I lost my love.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I want to thank everybody for coming through today. And I just want to say that YouTube continues to try to shut down the channel. And they're doing it in a very sneaky way because I give them no reason to do so according to their rules. So they do it in a sneaky way. And I just want to explain how it's done really quick. And we'll bring back the song before I go. First of all, imagine you have a store, but the store has great products in it. Everybody loves this particular store, but somehow, some way, the city has come by to your store and put it 50 miles out in the wilderness where nobody can see it. Imagine you put up billboards that they cover. Imagine you put out ads that don't let go to the newspapers or the internet. They block you. So they're not going to say we're going to come after you where you can prove it. They're just going to make you invisible. And one way of making you invisible is by not giving out notifications. Now, we just crossed over 99,000 subscribers, and for some reason they just can't seem to figure out why the channel continues to grow. Well, from what I'm hearing, that many people here like the content, not just the quantity but the quality, and I always strive to make things better. So that being said, it's obvious and it's proven, and again I'll say it again, on Young Pharaoh's video, he had someone who used to work for Google come and spill the beans on how they come after channels that they want to have censored in this time. So I'm not going to go down and preach to the choir. You know what it is. From now, I never really ask, but I want you to hit those like buttons and share it anywhere you can share it. Anywhere you can share it. That would help me out a whole lot. When you hit the like button, the algorithm changes, meaning that it'll show that you liked it, right? And it's like a tidal wave. But if nothing is done, then it won't be seen. So it's like being a witness to a crime. You have to keep on pushing because they'll try to ignore the evidence. And you are the evidence. You can help me that way. I will be using the pages of some who say they don't receive the notification. There's nothing that will involve you, nothing that will get you in trouble. But I spoke with somebody directly at YouTube and they told me, well, to prove it, you just can't say it. For us to come with an investigation, we have to have at least 3 pages that didn't receive the notifications. And then we'll check them and we'll see how it worked. But this is how it really works. They have people who work at YouTube and they monitor the pages and they're paid to do so. It's a couple of thousand that they hired and they laid them off for a little while and they're back. When they laid them off, my hits and my engagement went through the roof. When they brought them back, it went back down again. So we know it's somebody there working under the cover. So we have to find out who it is. We have to keep bringing this to the attention of YouTube. But when they hired those people, I don't think it was people that look like you and I. I believe that, you know, they had a couple of Trump followers there. They had a couple of racists there, a couple of alt-right people there who they look at the content. They're supposed to rate it according to the guidelines of YouTube, and they put their foot in it. I don't like that guy. I don't like the kind of content he has. I'm going to make sure, you know, it's almost like that chef or waitress or waiter who gets your food order and before they bring it out, they spit in it because they don't like you. So this is a way of shutting us down. But I'm not stopping. I refuse to be shut down. I refuse to be discouraged. And I damn sure refuse to be outworked. Morning, noon, and night, this is what we do. This is what I'm put here to do. I embrace it and accept it. And I'm relentless in the pursuit of connecting us all together and also bringing us off of just this platform. This is not my platform. YouTube, I don't own. I don't control it. I don't control it. But we're using it now while we're here. And I've met so many wonderful people, family, and people have met each other here. And the thing is that we're going to continue to do that. But I'm going to be getting down heavy on the Patreon. For those who give more than $1, I salute you. If you want to make adjustments, fine. But in the next 2 days, I'm going to be making it where all you have to pay is $1. Just $1. That keeps things afloat, right? And we'll do some shows on there that YouTube doesn't see, even though it may or may not come from their platform. It'll be unlisted. Also, LANCESCURV.com. Whatever show we have on YouTube, I'm going to upload that show to LANCESCURV.com. I would like to have a lot more participation on LANCESCURV.com so that when you're led to comment on the YouTube video, go to LANCESCURV.com, give it a day or so for when that video goes up, because I have to physically and manually transfer it. Well, when it's up there, go to the comment section below in that particular posting and just speak your mind. Even now, go to LANCESCURV.com, pick some of the videos or articles that are there, and go in the comment section and blow it up, because we're trying to build the algorithm there. We're trying to build the process there. And that's totally independent of anybody. That's owned by me and used by us. Of course, Melanin Envy, it's there. Register and sign up. We're taking our time and building that up because we want to move off of their platforms, because they want to censor us. And I refuse to be censored. And it's not going to happen, because we have too many things out here that we have to share and to alert each other. But you guess what? On their platforms, YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, they have no problem showing us fighting. They have no problem showing our women as playthings and whores and B-words and us as thugs and lazy people, downtrodden, talking ignorance and all kind of foolishness, men not wanting to be men and women not wanting to be women. It's okay. Show us as drunks. Show us as drug users and abusers. Show us as people who are going nowhere. That's not what I'm about. I will talk about reality, but I'm damn sure not going to go out there and spread falsehoods about my people who I know built this planet and who are the originals. LANCESCURV out. I'll talk to you later. On to the next one.
Lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. Out of it. My loaded. I lost my love. Lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. Out of it. My loaded. I lost my love. They're gonna move to the groove. Out of it. My loaded. I lost my love.
Why are we called Negroes? Why are we deaf, dumb, and blind? Why is everybody making progress, yet we seem to be lagging so far behind? Why are we mistreated? Why are we in this condition, stripped of our name, our language, our culture, our God, and our religion? Here in America, all of our religious training has been gotten by the preacher. He has told us of a heaven way up in the sky that we can't enjoy now, but rather after we die. But all of the years that we're living, for us there's nothing but hell, pain, torture, and misgiving. Yet the Bible speaks of a heaven filled with material luxury, which the white man and the preacher has right here, so we see. So, my friend, take it for what it's worth. Your heaven and your hell is right here on this earth. So let's check back into history, which rewards all research and tells us plainly that before the white man gained entry to the East, he was living in the caves of Europe, a ravenous beast, eating juniper roots and eating flesh raw, till God sent Moses to civilize him and teach him the law. Then, following Marco Polo, an explorer, he gained entry into Asia and Africa. From China, he took silk and gunpowder. From India, he took jute, manganese, and rubber. He raped Africa of her diamonds and her gold. From the Mideast, he took barrels of oil untold, raping, robbing, and murdering everything in his path. The whole black world has tasted of the white man's wrath. So, my friend, it's not hard to tell. A white man's heaven is a black man's hell. America, we were living in the East. By the Nile River, we were living in luxury, enjoying freedom, justice, and equality. We wore silken robes and slippers of gold. We were the wealthiest and the wisest people, I'm told. Now we are the poorest of the poor. Nobody wants us at their door. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is black man hell. When the white man came to America, he told the Indian, I am your white brother. He said, red man, I'll treat you the best. Yet and still he pushed the Indian further west with his white woman and fire water. Tricks and lies, he stole America. The original owner of this nation is cooped up on a reservation. So, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven, black man hell. He needed someone to work the land. His back was too weak. He needed you, black man, so he commissioned Sir John Hawkins to commit the world's most grievous sin, to take a man who's born to be free and bring him down to slavery, to sell a man as merchandise, on his body put a price. Oh, my friend, it's easy to tell. White man heaven is a black man hell.